Lately, a lot of people seem to think that Cristiano Ronaldo has done nothing significant for his national team. But how much of that is actually true? Has Cristiano Ronaldo been a flop on the international level? Or are his achievements being overlooked or undervalued? Let's try to find that out in this video.
Portugal have qualified for 3 finals in their entire footballing history. Cristiano Ronaldo's performance in the 3 semi-finals leading to those finals are as follows. He had a 10, an 8.4 and a 7.5 rating in the 3 matches respectively. He scored a hat-trick in one match and had a goal and an assist in the other 2 matches each. Also, in those 3 semi-finals, Portugal managed to score 7 goals in total. Cristiano Ronaldo scored 5 of them and assisted the other 2. So as you can see, he contributed to 100% of the goals that led Portugal to a major international tournament final in all of their footballing history. Let's not forget that Portugal before Ronaldo had 0 major international trophies and qualified for only 3 World Cups and 3 Euros in 75 years. While since Cristiano Ronaldo, they have won 2 major international tournaments and have qualified for
6 out of 6 Euros and 5 out of 5 World Cups,
with Cristiano being instrumental in each qualifying campaign. Now, as he was injured in the final, many people tend to believe that Cristiano Ronaldo did not contribute to Portugal's 2016 Euro win. So let's debunk that misconception once and for all. Portugal were drawn against Hungary, Iceland and Austria in the group and finished the first 2 matches with a 1-1 and a 0-0 draw against Iceland and Austria respectively. After the first 2 matches, the group standings looked something like this. Hungary with 4 points, Iceland with 2 points, Portugal with 2 points, and Austria with 1 point. The final match of the group stage was against the group toppers Hungary. Portugal fell behind in the 19th minute but drew level with a Cristiano Ronaldo assist in the 42nd minute. In the second half, Hungary took the lead again in the 47th minute, only for Cristiano Ronaldo to equalize in the 50th minute. Just 5 minutes after this, Hungary scored again to make it 3-2. But Cristiano scored his second goal in the 62nd minute to draw the match and seal the point to see them qualify for the round of 16 with 3 points despite finishing third in the group. Now this process is a bit complicated, because as per the rules, out of the 6 third place teams, the top 4 teams were to qualify for the next round as per points, goal difference and then the goal scored criterias. Of these 6 teams, Slovakia and Republic of Ireland had 4 points and the rest 4 teams, that is Portugal, Northern Ireland, Turkey and Albania, had 3 points each. So things came down to goal difference in the end. Portugal and Northern Ireland both had 0 goal difference, whereas the rest 2 teams had a -2 goal difference. So Portugal qualified for the round of 16. Notice that without Cristiano's goals and assists in the final match day against Hungary, Portugal would have lost the match versus Hungary and despite still being third in the group, would have had a -3 goal difference, which would mean them not going through. Now moving on to the knockout stages, Portugal were drawn against Croatia in the round of 16, and a 117th minute match-winning assist to Quaresma from Ronaldo saw Portugal through to the quarterfinals. Portugal beat Poland in the quarterfinals via penalties after the match finished 1-1. Ronaldo did not score or assist in this tie but successfully converted his penalty. Up next were Wales in the semi-finals. Cristiano scored the match winner in the 50th minute and assisted another one to Nani 3 minutes later to win the tie 2-0. But unfortunately he got injured in the final shortly after the kickoff, which forced him to come off and reduced his roles to a mere spectator. But you could still see his passion from the sidelines as he constantly kept on urging his teammates to push harder for the win. And so came Eder's wonder goal to win Portugal the final 1-0. Portugal finished the tournament with a total of 9 goals. Cristiano Ronaldo scored 3 and assisted another 3. So that means Cristiano Ronaldo directly contributed to 66% of all of Portugal's goals in the entire competition. So I think it's clear how much of an instrumental figure Cristiano Ronaldo was for Portugal's Euro 2016 win.
They rely so heavily on him.
Now let's look at another international campaign of his, the 2020 Euros. Cristiano won the Golden Boot for being the top scorer of the competition, had the most goal contributions in the tournament, had the best minutes per ratio with 72 minutes per goal, was the highest rated player on SofaScore and WhoScored with 8 and 7.92 ratings respectively, was the best UEFA performer by FedEx, And all this while being 36 and playing only 4 matches in the so-called Group of Death containing the likes of France, Germany and Hungary. And with this, Cristiano became the oldest player to win the Euro Golden Boot at 36 years of age, beating Michel Platini's 37-year-old record when he won it at 29. Well, talking of records, here are some of the other records that Cristiano Ronaldo holds in the Euro's history. Most goals, most assists, most chances created, most matches with a goal, most matches won, first player to score 4 braces, first player to score against 7 teams, first player to score in 4 Euros, the only player to score in 5 Euros, the only player to finish as the top scorer of a Euro campaign twice, only player to provide an assist in 4 different Euros, only player to score 3+ goals in 3 consecutive Euros, only player to score 3+ goals in more than 1 Euros, only player to score 5 headed goals, and the oldest player to score a brace in a Euro match at 36 years and 130 days. Cristiano has scored 135 goals in international football, which is the most in history. Out of those 135, 113 have come in competitive international matches, which make up to roughly 83% of his total goals. In comparison, out of Messi's 112 international goals, only 61 have come in competitive international matches, which make up to only 53% of his total goals. But according to some, Cristiano Ronaldo is just a penalty merchant. But what about this? Cristiano has 114 non-penalty goals out of his 135 total international goals, which make up to 84% of his total goals. Leo Messi has 88 non-penalty goals out of his 112 total goals, which is just about 78%. But according to the haters, Cristiano Ronaldo only stat pads against smaller teams. But what if I tell you that Cristiano has far better performance to his name than Leo Messi in competitive international matches against the top 3, top 5, top 10, top 20, top 30, top 40 and top 50 international teams as per FIFA rankings. But Cristiano Ronaldo is just a goal scorer, right? So what about this? In World Cup 2006, his first World Cup, Cristiano finished the tournament with the joint most shots, as well as the most attempted dribbles, the most dribbles completed and the most dribbles per 90 minutes while competing against the likes of Figo, Kaká, Henry, Ronaldinho and Ribéry. Now there are multiple other records that Cristiano Ronaldo holds in international football. For example, the most wins in international football, the most hat-tricks in international football, the only player to score in 5 different World Cups, the only player to score in 14 consecutive international tournaments, the player with the most goals scored in major international tournaments, the oldest player to score a World Cup hat-trick at 33 years and 130 days, the only player to score 10+ international goals in 6 different calendar years, and many more. After Portugal's Euro 2024 exit in the hands of France via penalty shootout due to a Joao Felix missed penalty, Cristiano Ronaldo was largely criticized and told to retire by the so-called football experts. Just 2 months later, on his return with the Portuguese jersey, Cristiano Ronaldo scored back-to-back match-winning goals against Scotland and Croatia in the Nations League. He then went on to score 2 goals and an assist, including a spectacular bicycle kick against Poland, to finish the Nations League group stages as the top scorer of Nations League A while being 39. And I still haven't mentioned about the countless immaculate clutch performances that Cristiano Ronaldo has bestowed us football fans with in that Portuguese shirt. Be it his hat-trick versus Sweden to take Portugal to a 2014 World Cup.
It's a chance for Ronaldo again, hat-trick! He has written his name all over this tie, and there is no doubt now he's paved their path to Rio. Absolutely incredible. His movement, his first touch, and his finishing tonight has just been extraordinary. Swedish fans shaking their heads, the coach is shaking his head. He cannot believe what he's seeing here, but this is why Ronaldo is so renowned in world football. His finishing ability, everything about his game is top-notch, and tonight he's just shown why he is the very, very best in the world. In barely 2 minutes, he has killed the Swedish dream.
And they say that Ibrahimovic likes to call himself God. Well, Ronaldo has just played like one.
Or his hat-trick versus Spain with that iconic 88th-minute free kick in the opening match for Portugal in 2018 World Cup.
As so often, Portugal's hopes rest on Cristiano Ronaldo's shoulders. Ronaldo. Oh, genius! Absolute genius!
Or when a young Cristiano Ronaldo scored the all-important final penalty against England in the 2006 World Cup to send Portugal to their first ever World Cup semi-finals in 40 years.
Portugal are one kick away from the World Cup semi-finals. Cristiano Ronaldo can send Portugal to their first World Cup semi-final in 40 years. Is the waiting over here for Portugal? Portugal are World Cup semi-finalists.
Now what many people do not understand is that winning a trophy with a country that's already an established title contender and has had a pretty rich history of winning trophies is a lot more different from being born in a country that's had none of that and go on to lead that country to winning the only two major international trophies in its history and establishing it as a big name to the world. And I think winning something like the Euros with a team like Portugal needs a bit more appreciation because let's be honest, after the World Cup, it's probably the most significant international trophy that one could win, given its level of competition, given the fact that it's actually organized after every 4 years unlike some other competitions that are organized 5 times in 9 years. And also because in the Euros there's actually something called the round of 16 and there is extra time played if a match finishes level after 90 minutes. And also because in the Euros you cannot finish 4th in a group of 5 and still go through to the last 8.